Hi. Like many of you, I use a Filofax Mini for my wallet. And one of the things I've run into difficulty with is that with this particular one, I've got a Finsbury, there are only 3 card slots. And 3 is not enough because I have a bajillion cards for points and things. So I came up with a way of making extra space for them. Now, if you've tried to find the additional card holders for the minis, you'll find that you can't. There are none. So I came up with a way of making my own. Now the pocket ones are about £1.75 if you buy them cheaply. So I would think that if minis were available they would be about £1.40, £1.50. But you can't get them, like I say. However, you can get these. These are a 100 piece set of CD wallets. So they come like this, and it's got a little fold in, you put CDs in them. This pack of 100 cost me £1.40 on eBay. So I've already got 100 envelopes before I begin. There is going to be some waste, but honestly, for £1.40, I'm really not bothered. What you need to do is grab your... I grab a fly leaf and line it up so that it's on the bottom right hand corner of the envelope. So the open side will be where the holes are. Line that up, and you do have to hold it quite steadily because it will slip. So line it up, get your scissors, butt your scissors up against it there at the top, and cut in a straight line. Do little bits at a time, or that happens. Do the same, line it up again, and cut along the edge. You can just tidy this edge up because it did slip. Okay. Now at this point you can do several things. If you want something that's very secure for a card that you're not going to use very often, leave it like this. Alternatively, you could, if you wanted an envelope with a closure, you could cut one piece and then cut the top piece a little bit higher so that you've effectively got another one of these so that you can turn it into a little envelope. I didn't want that, I just wanted something to put my cards in. So now I'm going to line it up with my fly leaf and punch holes. Now if you do this without any support, it will slip and it will slide through the holes because it's soft plastic. So I've just used a piece of washi tape on my fly leaf, which now won't come off. Hang on a second. There we go. Just used a piece of washi tape on my fly leaf to hold it together, stop it slipping. So line it up. Whoops. See what I mean? It slips all over the place. There you go, just tack it together like that, that'll make it much easier. And then you want a piece of paper behind it. I use just an odd piece of scrap paper. And what that does is it stops the plastic going down into the hole. So get your hole punch and however you hole punch, you know, it's not hard. To find the hole with this, what I do is I half close it, and then I just move it around where I think the hole is until it drops into the hole. Simple as that. Make sure it's still lined up. And the last one. It's a bit tricky holding it so that you can see it, but we're getting there. There we go. So what you're left with now is that. Now, if you use this, I can tell you, and these are just store cards, they're just points collection cards, so don't worry about seeing numbers. My credit cards are hidden. If you just put them like this in here, you can put two, again these are club cards, you can put two cards in, but if you tip your wallet up, they fall out. It actually falls out easier if there's only one or two, but my wallet's a bit stuffed. So what I did, just pop that out again, just grab one of these tape rollers or a bit of double-sided tape or something and just run it along the holes. So not right over the holes, not like the whole width of the thing, but just on the outer edge, kind of halfway across the holes. So I've actually gone to here with it. Get rid of that so it doesn't stick. And then I use a credit card again to take it from that corner and squash it up so that it up towards that corner so that it's a nice flat pocket. Get all the air bubbles out and that's nice and stuck. And finally what I'm going to do is, obviously you want some way of being able to get your fingers in there. Now if you want it really secure so that because it's like a credit card that you don't use very often, you don't need to do that. You can just put one in there and maybe put a paper clip on it and then you can find it easy. Although I do find that one card falls out of these, you do really need to put two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it between the top two holes. I hope you can see that. It is tricky to see. Let me zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing. So this top edge where it's open, fold it so that between the two holes, fold it across like that. And I just do it so that it's like a rectangle, but obviously you can do whatever you need to do with it, cut it off, round it off, whatever. And then I cut that off. Now if you want it just for one card, what I recommend doing is doing this bit on just the front, so that you can have a back piece and a front piece. But I use these for two cards, so sorry, the light's reflecting on it, I can't see what I'm doing. Cut that off, so now you've got this. Let me turn it to the light so you can see it more easily. So I've got the holes here, sealed edge, open edge, and an angle. This can now go into my wallet. And it is the perfect size for two cards back to back. Slot it into there, and it's slightly stiff putting it in, but not too stiff, as long as you didn't put too much glue on it. So now I can easily get my fingers inside it and pull out the card that I want. It's really easy. So there you go, there's a way of making some extra card wallets for your mini Filofax, which leaves your extra pocket free if you've got lots of cards like I have. So there you go. And obviously, if you want to, you can use these CD holders for your larger binders, because these, the holes on these actually line up with the holes on a personal. So if you need to slot them into your personal, you can pop them in here, straight out of here.